Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Vali disregards Tara's advice and goes ahead for the fight with Sugriva. And now he has come out of his Antapura, he has come out to the main gate of Kishkindha. And at the main gate of Kishkindha, he sees Sugriva, and then he quickly ties his clothes tight so that the enemy doesn't get an easy grip on them. And then they start the fight. First, Vali lifts his hand as if he is inviting for the fight. He lifts his hand and tries to fight Sugriva. Sugriva also raises his hand. Both of them are now face to face. And then Vali is telling to Sugriva, Eva mushti mahan ruddho gadha sunitangulhi maya vega vimuktaste prananadaya asiti. I have folded my fingers, I have made a strong grip, and with this, if I am going to punch you, you are going to die, oh Sugriva. This is how Vali warns him. And then Sugriva also says, if I hit you, the same thing will happen to you also. And then Vali comes and hits Sugriva. All of a sudden, the blood starts oozing out of Sugriva's head. And then Sugriva quickly goes out. He picks up a big Sala Vriksha, and then he hits Vali with that huge Sala Vriksha or Sala tree. And then Vali is shocked for a second, and then he just moves across, he just falls down. Then he again rises, and then he starts his fight with Sugriva. Both of them were looking for each other's weaknesses, and they were fighting as if they are Chandra and Surya fighting for the domination on the sky. And then, as we all know, right, as the legend says, whenever somebody faces Vali, their energy starts going towards Vali, right? And that's how Vali's energy, Vali's bala, Vali's parakrama, everything is on the rise, and Sugriva's energy, Sugriva's guts and all that, they start coming down. And then Sugriva now realizes that his strength is going away, so he brings a lot of agility so that he can attack quickly, and he starts attacking Vali from all sides with a great speed. And Vali is also now fighting. Vali knows that he's having more strength, but Sugriva's agility is putting him on the edge, so they both start fighting again. And after some time, they start even fighting with their nails, with the punches which they are landing on each other, and then they are fighting with their legs, and they are almost fighting as if it's a wrestling match, okay? And then they were hitting each other with their shoulders. They were fighting as if they were Devendra and Rudrasura. And then after some time, both of their bodies are now drenched with blood, and then they keep continuing the fight. Slowly, Vali starts gaining the upper hand. Sugriva's strength, as we saw just before, he is losing his strength, and as he is losing his strength, he is realizing, he is seeing the imminent defeat in front of his eyes. Sri Ramachandra too realizes that Sugriva is losing his strength rapidly. Vali is gaining the upper hand. It's a matter of time before Sugriva loses the fight. This is the time that Sri Ramachandra realizes that he has to do something. Tato Ramo Mahateja Artam Drishtva Hariswaram Sasaram Vikshide Viro Valino Vadhakankshaya. So he immediately picks out an arrow to kill Vali. That arrow is resembling like a snake. That's what they say. Tato Dhanush Sandhaya Seram Asi Vishopamam. Asi Vishopamam here means equivalent to a snake. Asi Vishopamam Seram, and that he is putting onto the Dhanush, okay? Dhanushi Sandhaya. Purayamasa Tachapam Kala Chakra Mivartitaha. And then the way Yama leaves Kala Chakra, Sri Ramachandra pulled the arrow as far as the bow allows, and then the animals and the birds around which were looking at this, they start running away because they knew that the sound that's going to come out is also going to be very, very strong. Muktastu Vajra Nirghoshaha Pradipta Senisannipaha Raghavena Mahabaho Vali Vakshasi Patitaha. So Sri Ramachandra leaves that arrow that goes and hits Vali, and Vali immediately falls down. Immediately his energy is lost. He loses his consciousness, and he is not able to speak. Even when he comes back to consciousness, he is crying. The tears are obstructing him. And then Sri Ramachandra, Lakshmana and all, they would be seen, and the sweat and blood have drenched Vali. Adhokshita sonitatoya visravaihi prapushpita soka ivachalodgataha vichetano vasavan sunurahave prabhramsitendra dhvajavat kshitam gataha. So Vali has lost his consciousness because of the blood and the sweat, and he fell down. He has lost his consciousness. He is as if it's like an Indra's Dhwaja that has fallen down. Then Vali's face is losing its energy, and Vali is still alive because of that mala which is there in his neck. So that is still providing him energy. So he's still there like that. He's on the floor right now, and now Sri Ramachandra is actually walking towards Vali. So tam tadha pattam sankhye gatarchishamivanam yayatimiva punyante devalokadihachyutam adityamiva कालेन युगान्ते भूविपातितं महेन्द्रमिव दुर्धर्षम् उपेन्द्रमिव दुस्सहं महेन्द्रपुत्रं पतितं वालिनं हेममालिनं व्यूढोरस्कं महाबाहुं दीप्तास्यं हरिलोचनं लक्ष्मणानुचरो रामो ददर्शोपस sarpacha. So Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana, they both walk towards Vali. I mean, in this slokas, Vali's body has been described, so I'm just skipping that part. So Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana, they go with a lot of respect towards Vali and they stand near him. Now Vali starts asking questions to Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana. So what would Vali ask? How does Sri Ramachandra respond to it? Because this is very, very interesting, because Vali asks many questions and Sri Ramachandra answers all those questions in a very nice way. And I'm revealing a secret. I got attracted to Chaganti Koteshwar Garu's pravachana of Srimad Ramayana based on this incident only, when he was explaining the conversation between Vali and Sri Ramachandra. That was something that attracted me. The Rama's replies there actually attracted me to read more about Ramayana, to listen more about Ramayana, and that's how I got dragged towards Ramayana. So let us see Vali's questions and Sri Ramachandra's answers in complete detail in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om sarvam stuti sasmurasvam charanarvindar pramastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.